Hi, it's Simon. Welcome back to the channel. Sorry we've been a bit absent recently. We've opened a new store. We thought we'd also show you our new series, Team Talks. How did it start? As a pipe dream, sat probably in a coffee shop, more realistically in a pub, thinking, okay, we have One Hockey as a good and successful coaching business, but there's no route to market. We've got lots of players that we coach, whether they're junior players, whether they're adults, where are they buying their sticks from? There was nowhere to try them, there was no product knowledge, and there is an opportunity to start with, to help the North East with a hockey shop. Tried my best to avoid growing up too quickly. Ran One Hockey, so left school at 18, had a proper job for a couple of years, decided proper jobs were not the way forward. They might be for some people, they're not for me. Set up One Hockey when I was 19, so that's what, 16 years ago, and basically had been a professional hockey coach from that age and had seen the business grow year on year, especially when we moved it to the North East. Childhood dreams. Did I always want to be my own boss? I feel like that's a separate video in itself. Did I always want to be my own boss? No, I wanted to be a paramedic. There's the curveball. I like the fact that that's turned eyes behind the camera as well, in that, interesting. I wanted to be a paramedic, then realised wasn't actually great with blood, and probably would have just gone home and cried every night, because I have absolute respect for the people that do that job, but I am not mentally resilient enough to do a job like that. So my childhood dream was to be a paramedic. However, do I now love being my own boss? Yeah, absolutely. You get to manage your own time, and you get to see that everything you put in is what you get out in life. If I wasn't doing One Sports Warehouse, what would be my dream job? I think dream job and realistic job are probably two different things for me. My dream job are based on now and hobbies. I'd love to be a professional golfer. I feel like that would just be brilliant. I think it'd be hard work, but I think you'd get to travel the world and see a lot of nice places and earn very good money playing sport, which I think is a dream for a lot of people. What would I be doing as a realistic job? Something in sales. You speak to most people, whether it's friends, family. I like selling things. I enjoy talking to people. But don't truly see myself as a salesman. Some might disagree, but I enjoy talking to people, and if part of that process is them spending money, that's, I guess, how our business has to work. 2, golf, beer. Depends how serious I want to take the golf. If the golf's not too serious on that day, I'll have a beer first. Golf. I'll pick the professional answer. Our pet hates anywhere, lack of manners. Whether it's, you could be anywhere in town, you could be in a shop, you could be coaching a junior player, you could be coaching an out, anywhere. A lack of manners for me, I've got no time for. I think manners are super important. In work, ironically, and behind the camera is probably going to laugh, attention to detail is something that annoys me, and I'm not the best at it in work at all. But it's definitely something that frustrates me. Outside of work, being rushed, I hate being rushed. I like to have time to kind of think and not be under too much pressure. Don't deal well with pressure, but quite often we're under it a lot. Hardest challenges One Sports Warehouse have had. There's an easy one, and there's an easy one being that it's the obvious one for a lot of businesses or a lot of people, in that the pandemic, COVID, was the toughest professional time of my life, easily, comfortably. There was sleepless nights, there was tears, there was, as then, just 2 directors, months and months of not paying ourselves to make sure we could open the door and try and see the light at the end of the tunnel. And for a lot of people, we're in a very similar position and have got businesses that are now no longer open, or had jobs that they now don't have. We're immensely fortunate. I can look over the side of the balcony here and see the business that we've grown but that was through heartache and through tears and through struggling to pay bills and everything that goes along with, you know, a lot of people had those challenges. So that was the biggest challenge that we have ever had. And if you speak to, I would imagine, most business owners, or probably anybody for different reasons, the pandemic probably, and I hope we never see it again, will be the toughest time that people will have for the foreseeable. sum up the three of us. Me, sales. Process. Lynn, finance. What work didn't go into it? So yes, we like to move relatively close, which I think is a good thing. What went into it? So I think we recognised fairly quickly when Em joined us in May. There you go, good, really good boss. May last year, that we were running out of space. The business was growing. We had, as I'd said before, come out of the pandemic, and we are now seeing really positive growth. We'd run out of space. We'd run out of space in the office. We'd run out of space for storage. The shop floor was not as big as it wanted to be, and we saw an opportunity on the same industrial estate that we're on to move to a bigger unit that we could incorporate our coaching business as well. What work went into it? A lot of money spent, a lot of investment into turning an empty warehouse into the unit that I now look over at and I'm immensely proud of, that's had time from all the contractors that were here, time from Lynn, who spent about 1,000 hours painting everything grey and swearing a lot in the process, time that Em's put into and Claire has put into making the stockroom as organised as it possibly can be, time from, you know, managing the spreadsheets and all the boring things that go from a move. I think a house move is stressful. I think a business move is next level stress. But my God, I look over the side and I go, yeah, this was definitely worth it. Oh, wow. Regrets in life? No, it's a cliche, isn't it? I don't think you should have regrets in life. I think you can learn a lot of lessons. So no, regrets, no, don't have any in life. Regrets in business? I genuinely don't think I have got regrets in business. I think, again, there's lessons that I'd learn, and there's things that I would change if I could go back, but I can't. And I look at what we're doing now and the growth we've had, and I think actually you can dwell on the past very easily, whereas actually if you spin it on its head and look forwards, it's really easy. Great successes in life, easy. There's two: getting married, having a child, probably in the opposite order. Both very different and both incredible things to do. And yeah, I mean, probably having Grace is the greatest life achievement, and fundamentally the reason that you get out of bed in the morning as a parent is to try and support your children as best as you can. Greatest achievement in business, seeing the growth of the shop, and probably becoming an employer for the first time. And that comes with everything that comes with being an employee. It comes with the stress of making sure you've always got enough money in the bank to pay your employees. It's coming with managing the books and being responsible for someone else's fundamentally livelihood. But it's also wicked to see how much we've grown as a business by taking our first employee on. And I hasten to add, the first of many. Wow, it got deep really quickly, didn't it? Biggest inspiration in life? Again, it's probably a cliche, and there's probably two. Mum is one, purely from her empathy and the ability she's got to care for anybody she ever meets and just see the best in every situation. And then Dad's probably the other one, in that he's guided me a lot around business and the experience he's had in businesses. So yeah, probably those two I would suggest. And Claire, just for having the patience of a saint, either with my 3-year-old or putting up with some of the just weird and wonderful and wacky and bullshit ideas I have at probably 11:30 at night, where I go, is this a good idea? She's like, I'm asleep, leave me alone. So her patience is unbelievable, and Mum and Dad. Oh, pain in the at times. I have absolutely no doubt you'll have to bleep that. A pain in the arse. I would imagine that the good me is really good to work with and the bad me is just a knob. I actually think that when our office is firing on all cylinders, I think we've got the perfect mix and balance of creativity, of process, of structure, of everything that goes with what you would want from the dynamic of a team. But what am I like to work with? I would like to think fair. I would like to think pretty caring. Yeah, fair and caring, probably. The good news is the camera can't see what the faces are behind it. Yeah, I would think fair and caring. Dog. Indian. Oh, coffee. Ski. Badly. David Seaman, England goalkeeper. There's a story behind that, and this is quick fire, so we can't do it. Oh, God. This is quick fire. Favourite hockey memory? Winning a gold with Northumbria at Durham University in a cup final. 22, day I was born. No. Love Island. Rejection. You asked. Oh, now I've got a 3-year-old, I've got no choice, it's Sunrise. 2.8. In business and life, probably honesty is the best policy. 100%. Follow your dream. Whatever it is, and it's cliched, whatever it is, if your dream is to go and work in a ski resort for the whole of your life, do it. Be that person. If it's to be a teacher, be a teacher. If it's to run your own business, run your own business. If it's at this moment in time, I have no idea, that's okay, but follow your dream, and it will come at some point.
Oddest.